and fears and feeling proud to say.
From scandalous love affairs to legendary feuds, these women have been the subject of speculation and fascination for decades. Get ready for a wild ride as we expose the shocking secrets of 25 female musicians. You won't believe the scandals and dramas that have rocked these amazing artists, and we have the proof. These are the top 25 rumors about women musicians that everyone was talking about, and they were all totally true. 25. Tina Turner was a troubled wife. Tina Turner is one of the most iconic and influential singers of all time, with a career spanning over 6 decades and countless hits. But behind her success and fame, there was a dark and painful story of domestic abuse that she endured for years at the hands of her former husband and musical partner, Ike Turner. Ike Turner was a talented musician and producer who discovered Tina when she was a teenager and helped her launch her career as a singer. He married her in 1962 and formed the duo Ike and Tina Turner, which became popular for their energetic and soulful performances. However, Ike was also a violent and controlling man who physically, emotionally, and sexually abused Tina throughout their marriage. He would hurt her, burn her, lock her up, and force her to perform even when she was sick or injured. He cheated on her with multiple women and got addicted to substances. Tina Turner finally escaped from Ike in 1976 after a brutal fight in a hotel room. She filed for divorce and left him with nothing but her stage name. She then embarked on a solo career that made her a global superstar and a symbol of resilience and empowerment. She also wrote her autobiography, I, Tina, in 1986, in which she revealed the shocking details of her abusive marriage and how she overcame it. The book was later adapted into a movie, What's Love Got to Do with It, in 1993, starring Angela Bassett as Tina and Lawrence Fishburne as Ike. The movie was a critical and commercial success and earned several Oscar nominations. 24. Cher's plastic surgery secrets. Cher is one of the most legendary and versatile entertainers of all time, with a career spanning over 6 decades and multiple genres. She is known for her stunning and ageless beauty, which has sparked many rumors and speculations about her plastic surgery. Cher has never been shy about admitting that she has had some cosmetic procedures to improve her appearance and keep up with the changing standards of Hollywood. She has said that she's had a nose job, breast implants, dental work, and Botox injections, but also joked that she has had everything done and that she is the poster girl for plastic surgery. But Cher has also denied some of the more extreme and outrageous rumors about her plastic surgery. She has said that she has never had a full facelift, which would involve cutting and lifting the skin of her face, nor had she had a rib or ribs removed to create a smaller waist. She has called these rumors ridiculous and insulting. Cher has also defended her choice to have plastic surgery, saying that it is her personal decision and that she does not care what others think. She has said she is not ashamed of her plastic surgery and that she is happy with the way she looks. She has also said that she does not do it for anyone else but for herself.
When I got my nose and my teeth done, I said it because it didn't occur to me that that would be anything that anybody would even care about.
23. Aretha Franklin's hidden child. Aretha Franklin was a legendary singer and a civil rights icon, but she also had a secret. She became a mother at 12. She had Clarence in 1955 after getting pregnant by a school friend. She never told anyone who the father was and raised him with her grandmother and sister. She grew up in a chaotic home where her father, the famous preacher C.L. Franklin, was a womanizer and a bad parent. He left Aretha and her siblings alone while he traveled and had affairs. Her father introduced them to the wild and glamorous life by having parties and concerts at his home, where Aretha met many stars. Aretha Franklin was a gifted and curious child who sang in her father's church at 10. At a young age, she also rebelled and explored her sexuality. She was influenced by the music and culture of the 1950s, which celebrated love and freedom. Her mother had left and died when Aretha was young. There was no one to guide and protect her. Aretha Franklin's pregnancy was shocking, but she did not give up on her dreams. She kept singing and performing and attracted record labels and producers. In 1960, she signed with Columbia Records. She was 18 and had 2 children. She later moved to Atlantic Records, where she became a star with hits like Respect, Think, and Chain of Fools. 22. Stevie Nicks and Mick Fleetwood love affair. Stevie Nicks is a legendary singer and a style icon, but she also had a secret fling with Mick Fleetwood, her bandmate in Fleetwood Mac, while they were both married to other people. Fleetwood Mac was a successful and popular band in the 1970s, but also a drama-filled and dysfunctional one. The members had various relationships and breakups with each other, which influenced their music and emotions. Stevie Nicks joined the band in 1975 along with her then-boyfriend Lindsey Buckingham. They soon broke up, as did the other 2 members, John and Christine McVie. In the midst of this chaos, Stevie Nicks and Mick Fleetwood developed a close friendship and a mutual attraction. They both felt lonely and betrayed by their partners and sought comfort and solace in each other. They had a brief fling in 1977 while they were working on the band's masterpiece album, Rumors. Stevie Nicks and Mick Fleetwood did not reveal their affair to the public or to their spouses until years later. They denied that it was a serious or lasting relationship and that it was just a moment of weakness and curiosity. They also said that they remained friends and respected each other and did not regret their fling. They continued to work together in Fleetwood Mac and also collaborated on other projects. 21. Joni Mitchell's love child. Joni Mitchell is a famous singer-songwriter, but she also had a secret daughter that she gave up for adoption in 1965 when she was an unknown folk singer in Canada. At the age of 21, she got pregnant through her breakup with Brad McMath, who later dumped her. Her parents were devout and traditional, and they offered her no assistance. With no job, money, or future, but hoping to offer her child a better life, she made the decision to place her baby up for adoption. She gave her the name Kelly Dale Anderson and lost contact with her. With her music, she tried to forget her pain. Soon she became a star and wrote and sang songs that touched millions of people. She had many relationships but never married or had more children. Feeling like there's a black hole inside of her, she was afraid of intimacy. Joni Mitchell kept her secret until 1993 when a former roommate sold her story to a tabloid. She felt betrayed and exposed, but also relieved. She decided to look for her daughter, who had also been searching for her. In 1997, they found each other and had an emotional reunion. They discovered that they had a lot in common, including their love of music and art, and a grandson who was born on Joni's birthday.
Everywhere I've looked at clouds that way.
20. Madonna and Tupac Shakur's forbidden romance. Madonna and Tupac Shakur dated secretly in the mid-90s after meeting through Rosie Perez. They were a musical power couple with different but complementary styles and personalities, but their relationship was not easy or smooth. There was media scrutiny, racial backlash, personal and career problems, and legal issues. Madonna was divorcing Sean Penn, and Tupac was feuding with Biggie Smalls. Madonna and Tupac kept their relationship private and low-key, but it was hard to avoid the spotlight. They were only seen together a few times, like when Tupac visited Madonna on her movie set or when he went with her to a charity event. In 1994, they broke up after dating for less than a year. They had different reasons, but they agreed that it was too hard and risky to continue. Madonna said that Tupac broke up with her because being with a white woman would hurt his image and career. Tupac said that he broke up with her because being with a black man would help her career, but he might disappoint his fans and community. Madonna and Tupac stayed friends and respected each other, but they never reunited. Tupac was shot and killed in 1996 in an unsolved murder. Madonna was heartbroken and kept his memory. She revealed their relationship in 2015 in an interview. She said that she loved Tupac and that he influenced her life.
You flirted with
I was dating Tupac Shakur at the time, and the thing is, he got me all riled up about life in general. So when I went on this show...
19. The truth behind Dolly Parton's tattoos. Dolly Parton is one of the most iconic and beloved singers of all time. She has a legendary voice, a dazzling personality, and a glamorous style. But there is one aspect of her appearance that has always been wrapped in mystery: her tattoos. For years, fans and media have speculated that Dolly Parton has several tattoos on her body, which she usually covered with long sleeves and pants. Some even claim that she had a full sleeve of ink on her arms, or that she had tattoos of butterflies, angels, or flowers. But Dolly Parton never confirmed nor denied these rumors until recently. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Dolly Parton revealed that she did have some tattoos, but not for the reasons that people might think. The tattoos, which were mostly pastel colors like peach, pink, or yellow, were used to cover up the scars and keloids on her body. She said that she was very fair-skinned and that she bruised and scarred easily. Dolly Parton's tattoos were a way of covering scars and boosting her self-esteem. She said that she was not ashamed of her tattoos, but that she did not flaunt them either. The tattoos were very personal and private, and she only showed them to her husband or her doctor.
Do you have any tattoos?
I do, but they're not tattoos that are for big statements, bold statements.
18. How Cyndi Lauper went from homeless to pop star. Cyndi Lauper is known for her colorful and quirky style, her catchy and empowering songs, and her outspoken and compassionate personality. She is one of the most successful and influential pop artists of all time, with over 50 million records sold worldwide and numerous awards and honors. But before she became the icon that we know and love, she had to overcome a lot of struggles and hardships, including being homeless for 2 years. In her memoir, Cyndi Lauper, a memoir, she revealed that she lived in a shelter and on the streets for 2 years in the late 1970s after she left her abusive and controlling boyfriend. She had no money, no job, and no family support. Scared, hungry, and lonely, she faced many dangers and difficulties, such as violence, drugs, and illness. Often rejected whenever she looked for work, she felt exploited by the music industry. She felt hopeless and depressed, and even contemplated suicide. But Cyndi Lauper did not give up on her dreams. She said that she found strength and inspiration in music, art, and spirituality. Kind and generous people helped her along the way, such as her friend and manager David Wolf and her future husband Dave Thornton. Lauper learned to love and accept herself and to express her unique and authentic voice. Eventually, she got a record deal and worked hard to create her debut album, She's So Unusual. It became a huge hit and launched her career.
The greatest. I got to meet him once. Towards when he was getting sick, and it killed me because...
17. The secret love affair between Whitney Houston and Robin Crawford. Whitney Houston was a talented and successful singer with a voice that moved millions and a charisma that charmed anyone. She was also a beautiful and glamorous woman with many admirers and suitors. But one person knew her better than anyone and shared a special bond with her: her friend and confidant, Robin Crawford. Working together at a summer camp in New Jersey, they became friends and then lovers. Crawford's book, A Song for You, revealed their secret relationship in the early 80s before Houston's fame. They faced many challenges from their families, society, and industry. Houston's mother and Houston's career forced her to end it. In 1992, Houston wed Bobby Brown, and in 1993 they welcomed a daughter, Bobby Christina. Even after ending their romantic relationship, Crawford and Whitney Houston remained close friends. Through all of her highs and lows, victories and setbacks, joys and tragedies, Crawford was there for her. She wished for her happiness and well-being and loved her unconditionally. However, she also witnessed Whitney Houston's battles with despair, abuse, addiction, and stardom. Despite her best efforts, Crawford was unable to save her. Whitney Houston died in 2012 at age 48. Crawford's book honored Houston's legacy and revealed the relationship. Their story was their life. Crawford wished their story would help others who face discrimination for their sexuality. She celebrated their love, which was beyond labels.
Robin, who is like my sister, she is my very best friend in the whole wide world.
16. How Mariah Carey escaped from her nightmare marriage. Mariah Carey is a legendary singer with a voice, range, and style that dazzled millions. She sold over 200 million records, won 5 Grammys, and is the Songbird's supreme. But she hid a secret: her abusive marriage to Tommy Mottola, the ex-Sony music boss. She met him at 18 and he was 39. He signed her to his label and married her in 1993. He controlled, isolated, and tormented her for 4 years. She shared the shocking details in her 2020 memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey. He was obsessed with her and wanted to mold her into his pop star image. He dictated her wardrobe, music, and collaborators. He monitored her every move and installed cameras and guards in their mansion. He even forbade her from having any contact outside. He verbally and emotionally abused her and made her feel worthless and insecure. Mariah Carey lived in fear and anxiety and felt imprisoned. Despite her best efforts, she was unable to win him over and save their marriage. He managed to track her down whenever she escaped and posed a threat. She was unhappy, despondent, and had lost her identity. But she did not let him break her spirit. Her music was her strength, and in her music she found solace. Secretly, she wrote and recorded songs that expressed her feelings and desires. She found support and love in her fans, her collaborators, and her new boyfriend, Luis Miguel. Mariah divorced Mottola in 1997 and freed herself from him.
Britney Spears wrote about you in her book. Did you know that?
I heard something about it.
You want to know what she wrote?
Yes.
15. Shania Twain found love in the most unexpected way. Shania Twain is a legendary country singer with millions of records, 5 Grammys, and the Queen of Country Pop title. But her personal life was not as happy as her career. Her husband, Robert Lang, a music producer, betrayed her with her best friend, Marie-Anne Thibault, in 2008. She was crushed and ashamed and felt like she had nothing. She found solace in Frederick Thibault, the ex-husband of her husband's mistress. He reached out to her and gave her his friendship and support. He understood her and wanted her to heal. Thibault valued her as a woman and an artist. She felt his kindness and generosity and connected with him. They started as friends but soon fell in love. It was unplanned and unexpected. It just happened naturally. They followed their hearts, ignoring others' opinions. In 2011, they tied the knot in a charming wedding in their home country of Switzerland. Frederick is her soulmate and makes her feel alive and beautiful. He is her best friend and supports her in everything. And he is also a great father to her son, Asia, from her previous marriage, and they are a happy family. 14. The unconventional love story of Celine Dion and Renee Angelil. Celine Dion is a legendary singer with a voice, style, and personality that won millions of fans. She sold over 250 million records, won 5 Grammys, and is the queen of pop. But she had a rare and scandalous love story. Her relationship with Renee Angelil, her late husband, who was 26 years older than her and who met her when she was 12. In a 2013 interview, Celine Dion confirmed her relationship with Renee Angelil, who was also her manager and mentor. He discovered her talent as a girl from Quebec and guided her to fame and success. But when she was 19 and he was 45, their relationship took a different turn. They discovered they were more than just colleagues when they fell in love. Their industry, their fans, and their families all passed judgment on them and offered criticism. Their romance was a secret for a long time because they were worried about the repercussions. Dion and Angelil did not let the opinions of others stop them from being together. They decided to go public with their love and got married in 1994 in a lavish ceremony in Montreal. He was her soulmate and made her happy and fulfilled, and a wonderful father to their 3 sons, Renee Charles, Nelson, and Eddie. Through thick and thin, they supported each other. They possessed an enduring and profound love, especially after Angelil was twice diagnosed with throat cancer in 1999 and 2013. They had to deal with obstacles and sufferings. Up until his death in 2016, she was by his side caring for him. She was broken-hearted, inconsolable, and badly missing him.
You met, though. You were much, she was like a baby. How old was she when
she was 12 years old.
You didn't fall in love then?
13. Did Alanis Morissette really write You Ought to Know about Uncle Joey? You Ought to Know is a 90s hit song from Alanis Morissette's album Jagged Little Pill, which sold over 33 million copies and won 5 Grammys. It is a raw breakup anthem where she vents her anger and pain at her ex-lover who left her for someone else. But who is the ex-lover behind this song? And is it Dave Coulier who played Uncle Joey on Full House? Alanis Morissette and Dave Coulier dated in 1992 when she was 18 and he was 32. They met at a hockey game and had a long-distance relationship. They broke up quickly and she moved to LA. Some of the lyrics of You Ought to Know match their relationship. For example, the line, "I hate to bug you in the middle of dinner," could be when he hung up on her. Dave Coulier said he thought You Ought to Know was about him. He asked Morissette, who said the song was not literal but a blend of feelings. He respected her art and was not offended. Alanis Morissette never said who the song was about. She wanted to keep it a mystery and a universal song. The song was her expression, and she did not want to harm or shame anyone. It was about empowerment and liberation. You Ought to Know is a song that has moved and inspired millions who have felt what she sang. A song that has made history and defined a generation. But it is also a song that has raised curiosity and speculation and left us with the question, did Alanis Morissette write You Ought to Know about Uncle Joey?
That particular song, You Ought to Know, it seems like it really resonates with people. I'm sure you're familiar with this experience.
12. The scandalous love triangle of Lauryn Hill, Wyclef Jean, and his wife. Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean are talented and influential artists who rose to fame as part of the Fugees, a hip-hop group that sold over 22 million records. They also had successful solo careers, with Lauryn Hill winning 5 Grammys and Wyclef Jean becoming a superstar and a humanitarian. But they had a scandalous and dramatic love story, their affair, which lasted for years and which destroyed their friendship, their band, and their marriages. In his 2012 memoir, Wyclef Jean confirmed that he had an affair with Lauryn Hill while married to Marie Claudinette Jean, a fashion designer. He said that he met Lauryn Hill when she was 17 and he was 22, and that they had chemistry. They became friends and collaborators, but then lovers, and they had a passionate and intense relationship. He loved her, but also loved his wife. He was torn. Jean and Hill had a messy affair. She was jealous and possessive. He was confused and conflicted. Their affair ruined their music and the Fugees. She lied when she said that he was Zion's father, and it was actually Rohan Marley, Bob Marley's son. Lauryn had cheated on him. He felt betrayed and humiliated and left her. They never talked again. He saved his marriage, adopted Angelina, and focused on his music. Along with wishing Lauryn Hill well, he expressed his respect for her artistic abilities. Wyclef Jean hopes that they can become friends once more.
Guys, please believe me, 5 years ago I was this. I was like, what kind of resistance did y'all meet in the industry with popular culture when the time...
11. The surprising secret of Bonnie Raitt's pre-show routine. Bonnie Raitt is a respected and admired musician with a soulful voice, a versatile guitar style, and an authentic personality. She has won 10 Grammys, sold over 15 million records, and influenced many artists. She's also known for her captivating live shows where she sings with emotion and charisma. But how does she get ready for her shows? And what is her surprising pre-show secret? Bonnie Raitt does not have a normal pre-show routine. She does not warm up her voice, tune her guitar, or listen to music. Not even a drink, a snack, or a prayer. Maybe a pep talk, a hug, or a kiss? No, she plays ping pong. Yes, ping pong, the game with a ball and a paddle. Ping pong has nothing to do with singing, guitar, or stage. But for Bonnie Raitt, ping pong is a game, a ritual, and a passion. She played ping pong since she was a kid and never stopped. Ping pong is played for an hour before every show with her band, her crew, or her guests. Why does Bonnie Raitt play ping pong before her shows? She says that it helps her relax, focus, and energize. It clears her mind, warms her body, and boosts her mood. Bonnie says that it challenges her, entertains her, and inspires her. It also bonds her with her friends, colleagues, and fans. She says that ping pong is part of her life and her music. "10. The night that Cher and Tom Cruise shared in the 80s. Cher and Tom Cruise are two of the most famous and successful celebrities of all time. They have both had long and illustrious careers in music and movies, and they have both won numerous awards and accolades. They have also both had colorful and complicated love lives, with many partners and marriages. But there is one partner that they both had in common, and that they both ranked as one of their best: each other. In a 2013 interview, Cher confirmed that she had a one-night stand with Tom Cruise in the 1980s when he was 22 and she was 36. She said they met at a White House event where they were both invited by Nancy Reagan, the former First Lady. They hit it off and they exchanged phone numbers. They kept in touch and eventually hooked up at his New York apartment. Cher said that Tom was one of her top 5 lovers of all time, and that he was very sweet and romantic. But why did they only have one night together? And why did they never pursue a relationship? They were both busy and focused on their careers, and they lived in different cities. There was also a lot of pressure and scrutiny from the media and the public, who were fascinated and shocked by their age difference and their unlikely pairing. Cher said that they decided to remain friends and that they respected and admired each other. 9. The truth about Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton's love. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton are popular and successful singers with amazing and diverse careers in music. They have won multiple awards and accolades and are also coaches on The Voice, where they mentor and judge singers. But they are more than colleagues and friends. They are lovers and have been dating since 2015. How did their romance start? And did they cheat on their ex-spouses with each other? The rumor that they had an affair while married to Gavin Rossdale and Miranda Lambert has been around for a long time. It is based on clues and coincidences, like their chemistry and flirtation on The Voice, their sightings and outings together, and their divorces in 2015. Some claim to have evidence or sources that confirm their affair and that they caused their spouses split. But they have always denied that they cheated on their exes with each other. According to them, they were loyal and faithful to their partners and tried to make their marriages work. When their marriages ended, they said they were heartbroken and devastated and had nothing to do with each other's divorce. They said that they were the victims of lies and gossip and hurt by the accusations. Stefani and Shelton said that they started dating after they divorced their spouses and found comfort and support in each other. They bonded over their pain and experience and realized that they had a lot in common. They fell in love and found happiness and peace in each other. Stefani and Shelton only followed their hearts and did not care about what others might think or say. 8. How Tina Turner lost and reclaimed her name. Tina Turner is a legendary and influential singer with a powerful voice, a dynamic stage presence, and a courageous personality. She has sold over 200 million records, won 8 Grammys, and is the queen of rock and roll. But she had many struggles and hardships, including losing her name and identity to her abusive husband, Ike Turner. She was born Anna Mae Bullock in 1939 in Nutbush, Tennessee. She grew up poor and rural and loved singing. She met Ike Turner, a musician and band leader, in 1957 at the age of 18. He invited her to join his band, the Kings of Rhythm, as a vocalist. He gave her a new name, Tina Turner. In her autobiography, I, Tina, and the movie What's Love Got to Do With It, she said Ike Turner changed her name without her consent and trademarked it as his property. When she divorced him in 1978, she left with nothing but her name. She wanted to keep her name because it was the only thing she had left, and he could not take it away. But she kept more than her name. She kept her career, her fans, and her dreams. Tina Turner reinvented herself as a solo artist and achieved more success and fame. She released hit albums and songs like Private Dancer, What's Love Got to Do With It, and The Best. She performed in sold-out concerts and tours like Break Every Rule, Foreign Affair, and Wildest Dreams. Many, especially women, were inspired and empowered with her music and her story. 7. The cruel and unjust fate of Billie Holiday, the jazz legend. Billie Holiday was a jazz legend with a voice, a style, and a personality that moved many. She had a life of highs and lows, joys and sorrows, successes and failures. She had a life that ended by a cruel and unjust fate. She was arrested and handcuffed on her deathbed. Billie Holiday was a jazz star born in 1915 in Philadelphia. She had a hard childhood with poverty, abuse, and racism. She sang in clubs as a teen and worked with the best jazz artists. Her songs were memorable and influential, like God Bless the Child, Strange Fruit, and Lady Sings the Blues. But Billie Holiday also had a tragic life. She struggled with drinking and depression. Her relationships were abusive and violent. Also, she had legal and financial troubles and health and personal problems. In 1959, Billie Holiday was dying from liver and heart failure, and she went to the Metropolitan Hospital in New York. There, she was visited by federal agents who had been after her for years because of her drugs and her song Strange Fruit, which was against lynching. They found them in her room, and they arrested and handcuffed her to the bed. Billie Holiday died on July 17, 1959 at 44 while still under arrest. She had only 70 cents in her bank and $750 on her leg. Her death was caused by fluid and heart failure from liver damage. Billie Holiday's funeral was attended by thousands of fans and friends who honored her legacy and talent. 6. Donna Summer's dark descent after Love to Love You Baby. Donna Summer was the queen of disco in the 70s, with her hit song Love to Love You Baby making her a global sensation. But the song also sparked a backlash that affected her mental health, causing her to suffer from depression and anxiety. Love to Love You Baby was Donna Summer's breakthrough in 1975. The song was a 17-minute erotic disco hit with her moans and groans. It sold millions and topped the charts. It made her the disco queen, a genre of fun, glamour, and excess. But the song was also dark. It was too explicit and vulgar for some. The song was banned and criticized by some radio, religious, and feminist groups. It also brought Donna Summer a lot of pressure and scrutiny as a star. She had to deal with the fame, the media, and the public who had different views and judgments about her and her songs. All of this took a toll on Donna Summer's mental health. She became depressed and anxious, feeling isolated and misunderstood. Donna Summer felt like she had lost her identity and her freedom, and that she had no control over her life. She also felt guilty and ashamed, as if she had done something wrong. Hiding her feelings only made it worse. 5. The horrific ordeal that Madonna, again, survived in New York. Madonna is a pop legend with a voice, a style, and a personality that inspires millions. She has sold over 300 million records, won 7 Grammys, and is the queen of pop. But she had a terrible secret that almost broke her. She was raped at knife point at age 19 in New York. She told Howard Stern in 2013 that it was the worst thing that ever happened to her. She had moved to New York from Michigan in 1978 with $35 and a dream of being a dancer and a singer. Naive and adventurous, she wanted to see the city. A man she met offered to show her around and she trusted him and followed him. He took her to an empty building. He hurt her. She was scared and helpless and thought she would die. Madonna did not report the incident because she was ashamed and afraid and did not think anyone would believe her or help her. She tried to forget it, but it haunted her for years and affected her self-esteem, her relationships, and her sexuality. Post-traumatic stress disorder, nightmares, and flashbacks plagued her. She also developed a rebellious and defiant attitude and wanted to prove herself and challenge the world. 4. The meaning and mystery of Janis Joplin's heart tattoo. Janis Joplin was a rock and blues icon with a voice, a style, and a personality that moved many. Her life was filled with ups and downs, joys and sorrows, successes and failures. She died in 1970 at the age of 27. She also had a heart tattoo on her chest, which was rare and rebellious for a woman at that time. The heart tattoo was one of her few tattoos and the most noticeable one. Janis got it in 1970 before her death from Lyle Tuttle, a tattoo artist in San Francisco. She said she liked the pain and the symbol of the tattoo. Her goal was to stand out and make a statement. The heart tattoo also meant more to her. Her love, her passion, and her vulnerability were evident in the tattoo. It was a sign of her quest for happiness, her fight with loneliness, and her wish for peace. Her music, her art, and her soul were symbolized by it. It was a sign of her life and her death. The heart tattoo also had a mystery and a controversy. It was a mystery because no one knew who or what inspired it and what it meant to her. It was a controversy because some people praised it and some people blamed it. Some people saw it as a mark of her bravery and creativity, and some saw it as a mark of her defiance and decay. Some people loved it, and some people hated it. 3. The forbidden love affair of Carole King and James Taylor. Carole King and James Taylor are beloved singer-songwriters who wrote and sang classic songs like You've Got a Friend. They have been friends and collaborators for over 50 years. They revealed in their book, A Natural Woman, that they had a secret affair in the early 70s while married to others. Carole King and James Taylor met in 1969 as rising musicians. They worked and became friends. They were married to others and had kids. Early in the 1970s, they grew close and spent a year together in secret. A musical and emotional attraction grew between them. They were unhappy in their marriages and took solace and delight in one another. They didn't intend to harm or deceive their spouses, nor did they anticipate or prepare for it. There were many ups and downs in their intricate and stormy affair. They said they tried to end their affair multiple times and dealt with a great deal of shame. Because of their closeness and chemistry, fans and industry members put a lot of pressure on them and scrutinized them. In the end, they made the decision to part ways while still being friends and partners. They wanted to keep their friendship and music alive, and they still loved and appreciated one another. 2. The dark truth behind Amy Winehouse's signature look. Amy Winehouse was a talented and influential singer who rose to fame in the mid-2000s with her soulful and jazzy voice. She was also known for her distinctive and retro look, which featured a towering beehive hairstyle and dramatic winged eyeliner. But what was the reason behind her iconic appearance? Was it a tribute to her musical idols, a personal expression of her style, or something more sinister? Her love of jazz, Motown, and 60s girl groups, among other genres of music, served as inspiration for Amy's beehive and eyeliner. She wanted to have the same glitz and attitude as them because she admired their music and style. In addition, she enjoyed experimenting with hairstyles, makeup, and colors. But Amy's signature look also hid her insecurities and struggles with addiction, depression, and self-harm. She was underweight and ill due to her bulimia. Her arms and legs were scarred because she had hurt herself. To hide them, she wore large clothing, cosmetics, and hair. Amy's beehive and eyeliner also became a symbol of her downward spiral and tragic fate. As her habits worsened, her look became more exaggerated and messy. Her hair was often tangled and dirty, her eyeliner was smudged and uneven, and her skin was pale and gaunt. Her appearance reflected her emotional and physical state, which was deteriorating rapidly. Amy died of alcohol poisoning in 2011 at the age of 27, leaving behind a legacy of music and a mystery of her look. 1. How Mariah Carey hid her bipolar disorder for years. Mariah Carey is a pop and R&B legend with a voice that can hit any note and a style that can dazzle any crowd. But she also has a mental illness that almost destroyed her: bipolar disorder. Mariah had it for years, but she did not get help until 2001 after a breakdown that shocked the world. She was producing Glitter, the movie and the new album, separating from her violent former spouse, Tommy Mottola. Feeling pushed and anxious, she became erratic and insane. On her website, she displayed peculiar messages. She offered gifts and speeches at random. After checking into the hospital, she received a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. Scared and ashamed, she did not want to admit that she had a problem. She was afraid of what people would think of her. Feeling alone and lost, she tried to cope with alcohol and drugs. Mariah received the help she needed. She went to treatment and took medication. In a 2018 People magazine interview, she discussed her illness. Helping and motivating those who shared her experience was her goal. Her goal was to eradicate the stigma and the taboo. She wanted to show that her bipolar disorder had strengthened rather than defined her.
Superstar Mariah Carey revealing her secret struggle with bipolar disorder for the first time, telling People magazine she's been living in denial.
And there you have it. Top 25 rumors about women musicians that were totally true. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments down below. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching.